Delightful.
Surveyor, I have read in a tome written recently an account of another, one of the aberration, whom you told and showed a younger version of themselves, perhaps even a seed.
Mmm.
A seed.
A seed, yes.
The essence of thorns, the azure fold, the creeping death. In all normal cases, it is alive, and make no mistake, it wishes to consume you. You here call it skulk. Hmm. I have seen aberration here, and I am accusing the Surveyor, the Fantastical Surveyor, of having brought a dangerous concoction to these lands. Something which would harm you all.
Harm?
If the court
Goodness.
is in agreement, I will take the Surveyor away for trial in winter.
I thought you wanted to be our buddy.
Who?
I thought they wanted to be our buddy. Why'd they bring scary stuff here, though?
That is a good question. If this is true, of course, I will allow the Surveyor to speak.
Certainly. Well, it is true. I have come here because I do wish to be your friend. I do wish to see you mortals be successful. And you mortal things, I do wish for you to, what is the word? Survive? Oh, yes. Did I not hold a palaver here the other night in which I taught you all Fae etiquette because I wish to see you succeed? Is that not true? I know many of you are there. I recognize many of your faces. Oh, yes. If I did not care for your safety and your well being, why would I do such a thing? If I did not care, why would I have spoken so openly with so many of you? I've been very forthright with all of you, have I not? I've been kind. I have opened my home to you. Goodness me.
Let me tear down this bug.
Goodness,
And crack its shell.
Venodrim. You have done your speaking for now. It's my turn. How long has he been here? What was it? Early Monday, Tuesday that he arrived. Oh, yes. You are so eager to take the word of someone you've met for only a few days, maybe some of you only for a few hours. You're willing to take his word over mine? Have I been anything but kind to you? Goodness, even when dear Niles Grantham came to me, searching for a deal, I fulfilled my half of my deal. And now Niles Grantham is fulfilling his half of his deal. I am honest, I am true, I am trustworthy. And yet, when someone from the Winter Court arrives, unannounced, out of place, you're so eager to listen to him. Is it that perhaps you don't trust me? Certainly you all trust me, yes?
I don't know who you are, so yeah, sounds pretty good to me.
If I may speak, it's
Certainly.
I don't feel like it we're not turning on you if that's what you're worried about. Well, we don't know you as well as we know, say, Niles Grantham, or say, uh, uh, Doug, Douglas is. Uh, but what we're curious is to know more about you, because while you have been forthcoming and very kind, you have not exactly stated exactly why you're here. You say that you're here to survey the land, but you're hesitant on why. You say iron hurts the Fae, and yet you specifically asked us to bring you some. You're always contradicting yourself, and that's what I have a hard time trusting personally. Does anyone agree with that?
I mean, we invited
I
many
quite
people here
disagree,
all the time.
actually.
Oh?
Well, yes, the surveyor can't tell us more because he's bound not to. Of course he can't tell us more and give us any more details about why he's here and surveying us. He's, at least I'd like to think I know a general idea why. And somebody put iron in his mailbox, and so I believe, as, please correct me if I'm wrong, surveyor, um, somebody threatened him by putting iron in his mailbox after he so kindly told us that that was dangerous to the Fae. So of course he's going to request all of it for people to bring it here so that they don't have it, so that he can't be threatened again. It's a protection sort of thing, or at least I would consider it to be. I don't quite know why exactly, but
Well, I'm not.
I quite disagree with both of those points, actually.
All right. That
Could
does.
I say something?
Of course.
The fact of the matter is that since they've been here, they've been rather forthcoming. They've said what they can. It's exactly what the Chamberlain just said behind me. They're as open and as friendly as they can be, and they have made, well, to be completely honest with you, they've made what they could. They're doing what they can to make friends here, to converse with us. And very much leaving iron in the mailbox that can be taken as a threat.
That is true.
They
They
taught the
also
etiquette for a reason. We weren't listening to the etiquette, apparently. That's
they
my piece.
also said in the post that they didn't want it in their mailbox. They wanted us to take it to a certain place.
Yep, I read that.
Not just to put it in their mailbox. So they don't want it. They don't want to touch it. They just want it.
I think trust is to be earned, but at the same time, being distrustful of someone has to be like earned as well. If someone has been so forthcoming with us, so honest, and we have no proof that they've done anything to be rude or broken some law or anything like that, like I don't just consider the Fantastical Surveyor a colleague, or not a colleague, an acquaintance, but I consider them a friend.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And frankly, where is the evidence?
If I may,
No, certainty.
Sir Venodrim. Your report was right. I find it very important to tell the truth. The Surveyor did have some of this stuff on him. The skulk, I was the one that he showed it to. They're not seeds, but they are this thing. And as much as I may not be dangerous, and I know I'm made of it, that does not mean that the rest of it isn't dangerous either. I've seen it. I was born from the same stuff. I don't know why you have it on you. I certainly don't know why you'd bring it here, my friend. But I'm not sure exactly why you're not exactly lying, but you're concealing the truth. And quite honestly, I've been recognizing some patterns from you. Please, speak.
You hear the evidence. It is simple. They have put you in danger. Allow me to remove that danger and the source of it. I will take this bug back to the Winter Court and split them in two in front of the Duchess.
What? No.
And you will be safe.
No.
If you mean to read the skulk from Kara, does that include those that were born in the skulk? Molded to the skulk?
Indeed, even the aberrations will need to be studied. I must continue to learn about this threat.
Well, then you can
I
learn
brought,
somewhere else.
I brought you here out of the kindness of my heart, not to kill somebody.
If you decide to kill someone, very dangerous.
I don't think that's right. I don't think death is necessary.
Not all skulk is bad skulk. I've encountered it many times in my travels. Killed beasts made of skulk, but not all skulk is bad. I've seen people with skulk. They are some nice people. So yeah, not all skulk is bad. So you have to analyze the skulk first before you decide to purge it.
It's like the Fae.
No, it is not.
It's not.
It is a parasite. It wants to kill you and eat you.
Skulk
And are there
I've
not other
encountered.
parasites we deal with?
I have a question.
I will hear questions and then allow the Surveyor to speak.
Why are you resorting to death? What made you think this? There is no reason to hurt the Fantastical Surveyor when they've been nothing but kind to us. There's no reason to hurt us for we've been nothing but kind to you. I brought you here. I asked someone to bring you stew. Why would you hurt someone? Why would you hurt someone?
Consider the danger of an infestation. To allow a wasp into a bee's nest.
Did you know that bees, if a wasp infiltrates their nest, they'll route around the wasp and they'll vibrate so fast until the wasp overheats and dies?
I do. And how many of them die?
Many.
Will you suffer these losses?
There's no reason to believe the Fantastical Surveyor is a wasp. It may be your own belief, but it is not here. It is not custom and Kara to believe that someone has ill intention simply because something hasn't been explained yet. And I won't stand for it.
I
Me
have
either.
a question, Venodrim, if I may.
Yes, Dame Lassels.
Yes. Why do you wish to help us? What do you get out of this? What do you get from helping us?
What do you
It is
gain?
my purpose. I am the guardian.
Do you know the Lord of Ra?
I know the Count.
Hmm.
I have not had interaction with him in some time. I believe my time for speaking has ended. To my opposition, I pass the torch.
I must say, very, very peculiar. Oh, yes. Do you not see how they crowd around each other to protect each other? I think if anyone is a wasp here, it just might be you. Oh dear. After all, I am a dung beetle. You may have wanted to pick a better analogy. Goodness. Goodness me. Yes, there are things in which I do not speak on, but it is because I have been forbidden from such. If I had the ability to be forthright, if I had the ability to be honest in its entirety, I would, but she has forbade me. And that breaks my heart. You mortals are quite interesting. Much more fun than what I remember mortals being. Oh, yes. If I had the opportunity to make friends, then I would. And I have. Many of you are my friends, if not all. Some of you are even my best friends. I've been very honest about my disliking of winter. Many of you know this. Many of you know just how high and mighty winter makes themselves. Many of you know that because of winter's shenanigans, the Fae were thrusted into a never ending war. It's been quite dreadful. And only recent that it stopped. But it stopped because winter felt as if they had won, not realizing how much death was in their wake. For beings and for Fae that are so bent upon preserving things, they're very eager to kill. Oh, yes. Please.
I want to apologize actually, because I didn't know what he thought or how he wanted to hurt you, and I'm the one who brought him here.
Oh.
And you have been so kind to me, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, dear. It's quite alright. Mistakes are made, but mistakes are learned from. I cannot fault you for something you did not know. If anything, Venodrim here took advantage of your kindness, and I'm terribly sorry for such. He came into these lands, looking to drag me back to Winter to kill me. I came into these lands to do my job. And if I can make some friends along the way, then I can make some friends along the way. And what a delightful revelation. Oh, most certainly. And you, my very dear friend. It's quite aggravated. Only one of us can speak at a time.
Is that why he keeps mouthing, like, ask me to speak?
Oh, yes. Most certainly. Would you like to speak, Venodrim? No, I'm certain you would. Oh, everyone laugh! Laugh! As I said yesterday, Venodrim, winter had its opportunity. Autumn came. Winter did not. You passed on that opportunity. I seized it. And look what lovely people I have found. What delightful friends I have. Are you simply jealous? Do you wish that you were of spring? No. You're too stuck in your own ways, aren't you? Oh, yes. Oh, goodness me. Look at him.
Venodrim,
Well,
please speak.
Thank you.
I want to hear both sides of the story, if you don't mind.
You are being led along a needless path. I call for a vote. My side of the vote shall be simple. Allow me to take the Surveyor away. Allow me to leave you free of harm, and I shall not return.
Are you saying
Surveyor. What will you ask should they vote in your favor at this court?
I only ask you vote with your conscience. And you vote knowing that if he pulls me away, I will not exist anymore. I will be killed. Quite painfully so. The Duchess is not very kind. I wish to live. I wish to have a life. I wish to have friends. You understand the joys of friendship? Shouldn't I be allowed to have that joy as well?
Needless chatter.
I don't think there's a right way to answer this right now. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, you have been very, very nice. And I'm sure none of us here want to see you taken away. And you come here claiming to want to save us, which the last person who did, not gonna lie, he was intimidating, but at the same time, he actually did want to help us. And from my studies, I've discovered that he has helped tons of people. For example, actually, not my example to give, but talk to the warlocks. They will tell you about all the wonderful things he's done. But at the same time, I feel like both of you guys have knowledge that we don't know, and both of you have knowledge that you want to share but cannot. And so therefore it falls under we don't know. So, what if we got what if you went back to, I don't know where you're from, the Feywilds, and brought someone to act as a judge or another person to prove either your point or your point.
You would build a court as summer does, and we would be here until the dawn of time. No, take what I have told you and vote. Speak clearly, and stand with who you stand for. This way we will deal with the issue before it causes harm.
Venodrim, may I ask you to repeat what your side of the deal would be? Just once more.
I will take this bug to the Winter Court for punishment. And I will leave your lands, since you seem so concerned, since I have been labeled by the Surveyor as a wasp myself.
If you do leave Kara, and you say you won't come back, what's to say that you won't send an additional representative in your place?
There is nothing.
Will you...
May I speak very quickly?
I have used my request to the court. I pass to the Surveyor.
I think perhaps this conversation is back and forth. I think it's been made clear who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Please, choose who you stand by, my dear friends. Please. And remember what is at stake.
I feel like with this,
Oh,
I feel
yes.
Yes.
Wasn't expecting to be voting on such a thing at this time.
Yes. I fear I appear too late. Votes this way.
I'm gonna go with what I know.
I would like to point out they're both calling each other the enemy, and it's kind of.
I feel like we on a skulk danger. It seems something manageable that Karen can deal with.
But at the same time, we know not all skulk is bad.
Yeah. So if the skulk is good, we're fine. If it's bad, I think we can deal with it.
Mortals
They have been nothing but kind to us.
Memory, aren't they?
I feel like chopping somebody in half is definitely not something that you should do.
That's how mortals have to live.
Yeah. I think it'd be good friends with this Fae. Fantastical Surveyor.
Also,
Many
we
of you
don't
in
tear
the
people.
crowd, you can still turn this. Stand with me.
Ooh,
There are as
will
many of you
goodness.
standing there as there are standing here.
you will simply leave, right? You won't come back for other reasons, right?
I will not.
And you
Hmm.
and you won't send any representatives of your own interest here?
If there is a threat of infection, I will, as is my duty.
I'm going to not vote.
And
What do you
what of the
constitute
other
a threat?
side? What happens with you then?
What is your request of the court, Surveyor? You did not speak it aloud.
I will continue my job as it is. Nothing will change.
We get to have a nice bug friend.
The issue that we run into is that many of you are not voting. More of you are not voting than either side. Thus, we are entering a stalemate.
You
What do
believe
you constitute?
yourselves
Hmm?
neutral. Perhaps you believe yourselves to be doing a good thing by not taking a side.
I have a
Russ,
Remember
simple
that indeed, by
question.
not taking a side, you will be the enemy of both of us.
What's your
Damn.
question?
I have a question. What do you constitute as a threat? You said you would come back if there is a threat on the skulk infestation. What do you constitute as that? You talked of experimenting and looking at our skulk friends and the people that
If
are
there
born of it.
is any active spread that is reported to me, I will consider that a threat.
What happens if we vote for the Surveyor? Will you go away peacefully, or will you do something else?
I will leave, and perhaps I will return after all of your deaths.
It's interesting that the vast majority of you draw issue with the fact that Venodrim takes interest in the skulk, and it being a primarily infectious moss, to say the very least. One that is capable of augmenting people and their impulsions. And look at where the people who would identify with the skulk stand, on whose side.
If I were to vote for anything, I'd probably vote with the person I've known the longest, and for the person who appears to have our best interest at heart.
Then
And
vote.
You are also defending a person today who attacked several people. I don't take you for someone with the best judge of character.
attack someone?
Who attacked several people today?
It
Attack?
doesn't matter whom, it's just the person acting
Who
very
attacked somebody
defensively.
else today? That's what's important right now.
It's a separate matter entirely.
It's an important matter to this decision.
No, not one of these two.
Okay.
Yes.
Except the problem is there is no right or wrong answer.
Well,
The only right answer is
There
that
it
you're
is.
voting with your conscience.
I cannot
But
and will
votes.
not sentence someone to die if I don't know if they deserve it.
I will remember you.
I will not say what I know in detail, but I know of things you have done. And I will not trust you. And I want you to know that, Venodrim.
Oh, goodness. Well,
there's a feeling
I
vote.
think with that might be good. I think that's a very dramatic way to call this voting to a close. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Well, who has more?
It's a tie.
Hmm.
Doesn't quite look like it.
Though I think it's starting to go more to that side.
Hmm.
Stand off the stage if you're voting, that way we can get proper count. It's that side.
Well, I see. If it is what it is, then it is what it is.
Can't we?
It's a pity. It's a pity, most certainly. But I'm certain something will grow from this. Oh, yes.
You're certain. I will return, and hopefully, when all your lives have ended, you do not find yourself one with the hive mind.
Oh.
Be back, bug.
Oh.
Venodrim?
Mm.
You're not coming back.
Mm.
Oh no.
And what? Will you call upon your countess who sits in her palace? Will you call upon the newborns?
Oh no, no, no. Goodness no. You call upon my old friends. My good
Let's get
friends,
back a bit.
Venodrim.
Don't.
Back a bit.
Oh yes.
Oh.
That's enough out of you, isn't it?
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh.
What have you done?
Oh, I've only done what's natural. Spring overtakes winter.
Ooh, new ruler.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness me.
Why?
Because spring overtakes winter.
Yeah, I know that, but he was going to leave, and he was. It doesn't make it right.
He would agree.
Oh, he was going to come back.
Yes.
Goodness me. It's alright. He's dead now. It's quite funny, actually, how he's dead. Everyone laugh! Laugh! If you're in here, laugh!
Watch some cold-blooded murder. I will not laugh.
Bye,
get
Fantastical
out.
Surveyor.
If you will not partake in my laughing, then get out of my mayhew.
Tisk tisk.
The rest of you laugh, yes! Venodrim is dead! Venodrim is dead!